Hello and welcome. This is a 20-minute core strengthening flow. The theme for this class is Tapas. Within the 8 limbs of yoga, one of the limbs is the niyamas, which are personal observances, and one of the niyamas is tapas. Tapas is self-discipline. It is also known as the inner fire. So it's that inner desire that keeps us going, that keeps us working towards more, towards being better. And this inner fire is cultivated right here, right in the core, right at the center of the Manipura chakra, the 3rd chakra. So we'll be building a little bit of heat. This here, the Manipura chakra, is your seat of transformation, the seat of your personal power. So I invite you to tap into that today as we move through this core strength flow, and to tap into that sense of that self-discipline, of sticking with it, powering through. For this practice, you will need a strap and a block. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use any old belt. I do recommend using a cloth belt as opposed to a leather belt for the purposes of this practice. And if you don't have a block, you can use any old sturdy book. That will work just fine. Other than that, you will want your yoga mat. So go ahead, unroll your mat, and I will meet you lying on the back with your strap in hand. So we'll go ahead and get started on our backs. Make sure you've got your strap in hand, and make sure that your block is handy nearby where you can reach for it. Leave my block here. So go ahead and come onto your back, unravel your strap, and you're going to take the strap and bring it underneath you. So you'll press down into the feet, lift the hips a little bit, bring the strap right underneath the natural curvature of your spine. So you should be able to pretty easily slide the strap back and forth underneath the low back. Now what we're going to do is, with the feet flat, pull the pubic bone towards the navel so that the low back presses down into the strap. So the navel pulls back towards the spine, and now you should no longer be able to floss the strap back and forth underneath you. It's held tightly underneath. Keep all of this active as you lift the feet off the mat, finding 90-degree angle in the legs, and then lift head and shoulders off the mat, reaching forward. And breathe. Take one more breath here. And release, hug the legs in. We're going to come back into that one more time. So go ahead and bring the feet flat to set yourself up. Reaching pubic bone towards navel as you press the low back down into the strap. Make sure you've got the strap securely underneath the low back. And then from here, lifting feet, lifting head and shoulders. And from here, we'll play with extending one leg long and then rebending, extending the other leg, rebending, extend, bend, extend, bend. Maybe you can extend both and bring them back, and extend and bring them back, and release. Now from here, we'll play with passing the block. So go ahead, take hold of your block. You're going to bring it into the hands. Hands reach towards the sky with the block in between them. Go ahead and extend the legs up to the sky. Now from here, you're going to lift the hips off the earth and the shoulders off the earth, closing everything up, passing the block from the hands into the feet, and then release. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift and pass the block. Pass the block. release, and pass it, and release, pass the block, release, and pass the block, release, block to feet, block to hands. One more time to the feet, and one more time to the hands, and let that go. Lower the block to the earth, hug the legs in towards the chest. From here, we'll begin to rock ourselves forward and back a few times. Go ahead and take 5 rolls. So coming back and then up, and see if every time you come up, you can keep the feet lifted up off the mat. So playing with your Navasana boat pose as you roll yourself up here. One more just like that. And keep the feet lifted, stay in your boat pose. And breathe. And release. Bring the feet flat, go ahead and hug the legs, bringing the forehead towards the knees, hug it out. From here, make your way into a tabletop position, hands and knees. You can move your strap out of the way. Stacking these shoulders right above the wrists and the hips right above the knees. Take some cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze and the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine. Feel the shoulder blades spread. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Take 3 more just like this. Allowing your breath to lead you. From here, go ahead and find a neutral spine. So flat back. Shoulders are right above the wrists. Go ahead and tuck the toes underneath. And then from here, press the earth away and lift the knees up off the earth about 1 inch or 2, keeping the shoulders right above the wrists. From here, go ahead and walk the feet back about 1 inch. And then walk them back another inch. And then a little bit more. And a little bit more, coming into a plank pose. Nice strong plank. And then from here, walk the feet in just 1 inch or 2. And then walk them in a little more. Keeping shoulders above the wrists, walk them in a little more. And a little bit more. And then lower the knees to the earth. Come into a child's pose. Seat to feet, forehead to the earth. Coming back up into hands and knees. We'll play with that one more time. So go ahead and tuck the toes underneath you. Press down into the hands. Lift the knees 1 inch or 2 off the mat. And then walk the feet back 1 inch or 2. And then a little bit more. And a little bit more. And coming all the way into plank. And then from here, walk the feet forward 1 inch or 2. And 1 inch or 2 more. Stay with it. A little bit more. And a little bit more. And then lower the knees. Take a moment. As you're ready, make your way into downward facing dog. Tucking the toes, lifting knees and hips. Taking any movement that feels good here. Pedaling the feet. Shifting the hips. And then starting to find some stillness here in your downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Press down through all 5 finger pads. Distribute the weight. Keep the belly pulling up and in gently. From here, go ahead and inhale, lift the right leg up and back. As you exhale, bring knee to the nose, round the back, so coming into your cat spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, shift the weight forward. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Switching sides, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the nose, round into the back. Inhale. Exhale, round. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, lift. And release. Begin to walk the feet up to the hands. Finding a hip width distance between the feet. Bringing a bend into the knees, letting the torso hang heavy. Maybe shaking the head yes and no a few times. Maybe bringing a sway into the torso. From here, on an inhale, bring hands to shins, lengthen the spine, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, find length. This time as you exhale, stay right here, bringing hands onto hips, keep a bend in the knees, and then come all the way up to stand with a flat back. Finding your Tadasana mountain pose at the top of your mat, bringing big toes to touch. Pulling pubic bone towards navel, lower belly pulls up and in, shoulder blades pull back and down. As you inhale, go ahead and lift the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, leading with the chest. Inhale, lift the gaze, lengthen. As you exhale, bring the palms to the earth and step back into a plank pose. Take an inhale here in your plank, and exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga, or lower the knees, and then lower torso to the earth. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, cobra pose, or upward facing dog if that's in your practice, and then press the hips up and back for downward facing dog. From here, go ahead and step the right foot forward. We're going to come into a warrior three. So you can start with the hands on the earth, lifting the left leg straight back behind you. You want the toes to point down towards the earth, so not out to the sides. Closed hip. If this feels good and it feels steady, you can bring hands up into heart for your warrior three. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lift the torso, bringing the left knee up into the chest. Inhale, warrior three, extend the leg back. Exhale, lift knee into the chest. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 3, heel reaches back. Exhale, knee into the chest. Inhale, Vira 3, lower hands to the earth, step the left foot back. Step the right foot back to meet it, plank pose. On an exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga, or lower knees, and then torso. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming on to the left side, left foot comes forward. You can start with a supported warrior three by bringing the hands onto the earth in front of you as you lift the right leg straight back behind you, reaching through the right heel, active right leg. This feels steady. You can lift the hands, bringing them into heart center. Crown of the head reaches straight forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, lifting the torso, right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, knee up and towards the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee into the chest. One more inhale to extend back, and then lower hands, lower right foot to the earth. Step left foot back for a plank pose. On an exhale, lower, either chaturanga or with the knees down. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, come back into a plank pose. We're going to lower to the earth nice and slow, so either bringing the knees down or keeping them lifted and lowering on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way onto the belly. Coming into a Sphinx pose. So bringing the elbows right underneath the shoulders. You want the wrists in line with the elbows, which are in line with the shoulders. So 90-degree angles in the arms. Tops of the feet are flat on the earth. Press down into the tops of the feet. Pull the shoulder blades back and down like you could pull the chest through the arms. Gaze is straight forward. Back of the neck is nice and long. You can stay right here with your Sphinx, or we'll come into Cobra pose. For Cobra pose, you want to bring the hands to where the elbows are right now. So hands will come underneath the shoulders. You want to pull the shoulder blades back and down, hug the elbows back towards the torso, and from here, find lift in the chest. Keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, lower down. We'll go ahead and come onto our backs. So making your way onto your back and hugging the knees in towards the chest once you do. Giving them a gentle squeeze here. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then from here, coming into a happy baby, so lifting the feet up towards the sky, taking hold of either the inside or outside edges of the feet, and then pulling the feet down towards the earth, bringing the thighs alongside the torso. And then maybe finding a gentle rock side to side here as well. Go ahead and release the feet, give the legs one last squeeze, and then release onto the mat for a few moments of Shavasana. So the legs extend long. Allow the feet to flop open to the sides. Arms are by the sides of the body. Allow the palms to face up towards the sky. Take a big breath in and fill up the belly. Open the mouth and let it go. Allow the breath to flow naturally in and out. If you have some more time to stay in your Shavasana, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, start to bring a gentle wiggle into fingers and toes. Bringing some movement into the wrists and the ankles. Extending the arms long overhead and taking a nice long stretch. Bringing feet flat onto the mat and rolling onto the side of your choice. And as you're ready, using the hands to help press you up, make your way back into a comfortable seat. Go ahead and take a big breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. And as you are ready, begin to gently flutter the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.